Welcome to the Creator Economy Summit. I'm your host, Elias Santiago, and we're going to be going over a transformational blueprint for your success stepping into 2026. So, whether you're watching this from somebody like myself that sent it to you, a friend, a family member, a business partner, a colleague, make sure that you thank them because this is going to be super valuable. It was very valuable to me. Uh, Three house rules before we get started here on today's masterclass. Step number one, make sure you eliminate all distractions because this is going to be super crucial to how you're going to lay out your next steps for your success going into 2026. Number two, make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper to write down any questions, anything that may stick out to you along the way. And finally, step number three, keep an open mind. Maybe this is something that is new, or maybe this is something that you've heard of before. And I want you to know that every opportunity is almost like a lock, right? It's almost like the digit on the lock that is going to open up your success and that is going to give you the treasure that you're seeking. So without further ado, I'm going to go over a little bit about myself, my story, how I got introduced to the creator economy, and I'm going to go over Alpha Society, how you can become a part of this community where I learned digital skill sets to help me improve my ability moving and growing inside of this economy as well. And finally, step number three, we're going to show you how to actually take action and get started today. So just a little bit about myself. I got started back in 2020. It was actually a transformational time for me. That's the way that I look at it. You know, we all experienced the shutdown, things taking place, and my parents. I remember during this time, my parents were struggling. You know, they had lost their jobs. People in our family were getting sick, and they always fed us the recipe of success. You know, I come from a beautiful, loving two-parent household. And they said, Eli and Daniel, me and my twin brother, they said, hey, if you want to be successful, I want you to go to school, get really good grades, make the honor roll, get a government job because government jobs have benefits, and uh, maybe build something on the side as you're pursuing your career. And that sounded great to me. You know, I wrestled in high school. I was an honor roll student. I was getting great grades. But as I started to grow, as I started to experience more, and I went to college, I realized that that wasn't my true path. That wasn't my full potential. It was a great start, and that's my main message for you here today. See, having a job is a great thing. It's a great place to start, but it's not a great place to stay. And I realized that as I started to grow and I started to learn. And I just remember, during this time I was on YouTube. I was, researching, how to make money online, how to earn passive income, how to earn a side hustle, how to learn how to make extra income on the side. And I came across a course, right? I came across an educator online, and he was showing me, how to basically be successful, how to be an alpha male. And I was sharing these tidbits. I ended up buying the course. I was sharing these tidbits on my social media, and mind you, this is all happening during the shutdown while everyone is online. So we actually reconnect with someone that we used to wrestle with back in high school. And I give all glory to God first, but I also give glory to my twin brother Daniel because he introduced me to a life-changing opportunity. One of them was wrestling. Wrestling taught me a lot about character, it taught me a lot about resilience, it taught me a lot about discipline. And the second thing was he reconnected us with someone that we used to wrestle with to trading, to the financial markets. And that was my first side hustle, the first skill set that I wanted to pursue that would open so many doors for me. And I didn't know that at first. Matter of fact, I was very skeptical with learning how to trade. But we sat in our backyard for hours. Our boy was actually teaching us the ins and outs, how he was able to learn his journey. And he said, Eli and Danny, I want to show you guys the community that I'm part of and how I got access to this. There's an event next week in New Jersey. There's a palooza. It's going to be in person. We're going to rent a hotel room. It sounded crazy. And my parents are listening to this and they're like, Eli, you better not buy what he's selling. You better not invest into what he's investing into because you're gonna lose all your money. You're gonna get scammed. Who knows? Focus on school. Do not focus on any of this stuff. I'm telling you. And God bless their hearts. I got access to a skill set that now my grandfather is participating in because I've been showing up. I've been building the consistency, and I'm just so grateful to be here because due to this community, I've been able to become a podcast host. I've been able to travel all around the world. I've been able to travel to Europe. I've been able to learn skill sets like personal branding, social media, trading, cryptocurrency. I've been able to travel the world and travel hack. I've been able to elevate in my health. I've been able to become a better speaker, a better brother, a better leader. And if it wasn't for uh, Alpha Society introducing me to these digital skill sets and helping me reach and step into my alpha state, I wouldn't be where I am today. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen here and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about our community and the simple four-step system on how you can learn and grow here within Alpha Society. So this is our community here. Uh, it's actually alphaxsociety.com, and just a little bit about what we do. Most people are drowning in information. They have no support, no direction. Most people are in the rat race. You can actually watch this video here. What if I told you that the freedom podcast style video with three of our founders, just 15 minutes. And we've been in the space for over 21 years. We have 21 years of experience of mentorship, people that we can model, people that we can leverage. We're in well over 50 plus countries and we have over 1,000 plus members worldwide. And this is how I got access to things like the financial markets. I've gotten access to social media monetization, how to build a portfolio, how to copy, paste, and progress in our trading journey. And you can come over here and read, and listen to the testimonials yourself. But I want you to understand this. See, there's four ways that people are earning an income in today's world. And this is something that Robert Kiyosaki spoke to me about at an event here while living here in State College. I actually saw him speak live in person. He said, Eli, the three things that you want to focus on for 2026 is number one, AI. Right, AI is moving at a rapid rate. It's gonna take over majority of the white collar jobs and soon even the blue collar jobs. The second thing that he spoke about was stable coins, the fact that money is now becoming digital, right? So you need to understand, you stepping into the creator economy, you have to realize, how can I monetize my digital presence and combine in person as well, right? Because you don't want to forget about the in-person events, the in-person networking, the in-person growth opportunities. You want to take advantage of both. And finally, third, number three is debt. See, a lot of Americans, not only just Americans, but people worldwide, including our governments, are swimming in debt. And there isn't a lot of hope out there, especially for people like myself. If you're anything like me, you racked up on college debt, student loans, to go get a great education, to maybe get the job of your dreams, climb that corporate ladder, which has now led me to one of his uh, amazing points in his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. He goes over the four-way cash flow quadrant. See, in order for us to earn income, we have to understand how income is being developed. See, the first way that people are earning income is by becoming an employee. See, employees, they're trading their time for money. They're trading their time for money. They're climbing the corporate ladder. But what happens when you run out of time? You run out of money, right? So I wanted to become self-sufficient. So I said, okay, let me become self-employed. Well, let me break this down to you. The employees and the self-employed people make up 95% of the population, but they only control 5% of the world's income. Let me say that again. 95% of the world's population only control 5% of the currency that's being circulated around the world. Why is that? Is it because of lack of information, or is it because people don't want to grow, don't want to learn, and don't want to elevate? I'll let you figure that out for yourself. But I realized that I wanted to be in control of my time. So what did I do? I came down to the self-employed. I climbed to the self-employed side. See, the employees make up about 60% of the world's population. Majority of people are employed. 35% of people are self-employed. So these are your barbers, your estheticians, your hairstylists, your lawyers, your doctors. See, they create their schedule, but they are still trading their time for money. Meaning, if they're not in the building, if they're not working, they're not getting paid. So, in order for us to move over to the other side of the cash flow quadrant, which are the employees and the investors, we have to understand how we can elevate and grow our skills. See, the entrepreneurs and the investors. The entrepreneurs, they build systems. You can write that down. Entrepreneurs build systems that automate income in the background. Picture you sleeping and you're still getting paid. That's what entrepreneurs do. They build systems. They lead people, right? That's 4% of the world. Only 4% of the world are entrepreneurs, right? 1% of the world are investors. So they're making income on autopilot. Those are people that have stocks, bonds, assets, real estate, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. While that money is multiplying in their sleep, they're earning dividends, they're earning percentages. So that's exactly what Alpha Society shows people how to do. They show people how to become a digital entrepreneur. We show people how to become a digital entrepreneur, excuse me, and we also show people how to become self-sufficient traders and investors, right? And we also show people how to travel hack. So we actually made a few partnerships. And before I dive into that, let me actually break down what the financial markets are. See, I didn't understand this. This is something that wasn't taught in school. We never taught about credit. We never taught about trading and investing. We never taught about entrepreneurship. We were taught how to be great employees. And that is how we're going to step into the creator economy, because we're going to learn skill sets that are going to help us become entrepreneurs, traders, and investors. Now, the financial markets are basically currencies, right? So when you think about currencies like the US dollar, Japanese yen, the Australian dollar, these are countries' currencies. So in this world, we have countries. And with these countries, we have currencies. And these currencies are going up and down in value due to world economic events. So things like wars, riots, oil and gas prices, terrorist attacks, Olympics, these things are affecting the markets. So as these uh, currencies are going up and down in value, there are certain patterns in the market. So when you're identifying patterns, you're able to then profit. So it's kind of like, I want you to think about sneakers, right? When sneakers drop, the newest Jordans drop, they're dropped at a really low price, right? And they sell out quickly. And after they sell out, after people have bought two, three, four pairs of Jordans, right? People that are wholesalers, what do? They flip it and they sell it for a higher price. So they're buying the shoe low and they sell it high. That's exactly how trading and investing works, right? Now, when you combine that with digital income and you combine that with building a profitable brand, a profitable business online, you have a very, very powerful combination, because you have now systems. So the whole idea is taking your profits, taking your sales from your personal brand, putting that into the trading markets, multiplying that with trading, not all of it, but taking a portion of your income, putting that into trading, and then taking those profits from trading and putting that into a long-term portfolio. And so that you can secure real estate, you can, establish trust, you can plan for the future. This isn't about a quick flip. This is about legacy building. So we're going to talk more about the generational wealth triangle. Let me show you more about our systems here in Alpha X Society. See, when people get started with Alpha X Society, they have access to a whole ecosystem of information, a whole ecosystem of information. If I zoom in here on my screen, you're going to see that we have our community chats. See, we have a blueprint. Some of our leaders, put this together where, you can collaborate with other traders. You can mark up your charts. You can learn how to identify, floors and ceilings, support and resistance. You can ask for feedback. See, we realize that community accountability thrives in community. Accountability thrives in community, meaning that, if you were to do this by yourself, chances are, you're going to want to quit. The reality is that trading is hard. Building a business is hard. There's a lot of things that go into it. So why not do it with a community of people that are winning and growing on a daily basis? So this same chats work for crypto. The same chats work for building your personal brand here on social media. And we can even tap into leadership, learn how we can build our own teams, our own communities worldwide. So this is what you're going to get access to. You're going to get access to courses. You're going to get access to a blueprint. The first step is understanding, what is Alpha X Society. And here with step one, you're going to get a welcome walkthrough once you join. You're going to understand, the code.
It's only
You're
right
going to
that we set the
understand the
proper
code of our
expectations and
community,
make sure you're
how
aware
it
of the
works,
standards. We've worked so
how you can develop into the greatest version of yourself. We're going to help you set up your broker accounts. We're going to help you dissect your personal brand. What is, what is your brand identity? Who do you want to become? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to help? We have a step-by-step roadmap for you. So that is the first step, you getting acclimated to our community, you introducing yourself, you getting, the basics of, what are you expected of? And this is a system you can tap into anytime, any place, anywhere, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. So what's so special about Alpha Society and why does it matter to you? See, Alpha X Society has leveraged a platform for their services. So I want you to think about it like this. Alpha X Society is the Yankees and they're being leveraged by the MLB, right? So we don't have to worry about attorneys. We don't have to worry about paying people out. We don't have to worry about, creating the next best product. We already have our own app. We already have our own streaming services. We already have our own testimonials. But where is the real value? How can people learn how to elevate their skills? Well, see, inside of our partnership inside of JIFU, they focus on three pillars: health, education, and travel. So here inside of JIFU, you're going to get access to a four-step system that we were just talking about. The first step is learning the basics. So let's say you want to get started with learning how to trade in the financial markets. You're going to click Forex right here. You're going to click Forex right here, and you're going to learn with our basic, intermediate, and advanced courses. Now, these courses cut out the fluff. This was great for me because when I got started, I was in college. I was working at Home Depot. I didn't have a whole lot of time to pour into to pour into these types of skill sets. I was already studying to become a police officer. I was working a full-time job. I didn't really know much. I didn't know who to trust on YouTube. Well, these videos are actually set up in a way where you can get all the information that you need without the fluff. From what is a currency pair, what is a pip, what is a candle, getting your platform set up, the whole nine. And this goes all the way up to intermediate and advanced. Mind you, we have the same exact system for crypto, social media, mindset, finance, and fitness. So that is the first step, getting the basics, probably one of the most boring steps, right? But if you do the boring things long enough, you're going to get the result. So the second step is our classroom-based setting. See, inside of JIFU, we have the ability to live stream, right? We have the ability to basically become Twitch, right? Where we can live stream with people that are audited, with people that are credible, with people that have the results. Remind you, this is a corporate platform where they're vetted to be here. They're vetted to teach us. So I love this platform because it's like a classroom-based setting. We have access to these educators. We have access, to a schedule where we can align our schedule to people that are really winning and that are really getting results. See, I'm not the king, right? I am just the messenger. I'm the king maker. I plug people in to these types of opportunities so that they can grow, they can elevate, and that they can develop. Mind you, this is just a connector. This is just a cash cow for you to achieve the dreams that you really desire, whether you want to open up a winery, whether you want to own real estate, whether you want to build your personal brand. This is going to connect your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations to skill sets, to real skill sets like trading, investing, personal branding, traveling the world on a budget, right? So whether you work during the day, whether you work in the evening, this schedule right here is going to be your best friend. One of our founders inside of Alpha X Society is also an educator inside of JIFU. His name is Jay Awal. He created a strategy called Trend Trap. Trend Trap is a 5-step system for you to learn how to trade in the markets, right? As you can see, he has step 1 here where you're going to learn about the trend.
Using this area right here, 2 candles tops, and look at the market rejecting it. Daily low, right here. 4-hour chart. Is this market in an uptrend or is this market in a downtrend? Let's look.
So he's breaking down uptrends, downtrends. He's going to show you how to find your zones, how to actually get into the trade. He's even going to give you assignments to hold you accountable to your growth so that you can drop it into our chats inside of Alpha X Society. People are dropping their chats. They're asking, for feedback because we really want to grow. We really want to learn. We really want to elevate. And that is what it's all about. So that's step number 2. I went over the basics. Step number 1, getting access to the modules, the course videos. I want you to think of it almost like you're going to college. You need those prerequisites. Step number 2, our live education, where you're going to be able to model a schedule and plug that in and even watch the live streams if you're not able to tune into the live sessions. You're going to be able to type in the chat box, ask questions. You're going to be able to connect with other community members. And finally, you're going to be able to join us at live events and finally connect with other students that are in these classes as well. So that is step number 2. And it gets better because you're not just learning how to trade, right? You're learning about crypto. You have educators for crypto. I love Curtis Cobain, Cobain Branch. He goes live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We have our social media platform where Emery and Celia go over UGC travel and how to actually get partnerships with different hotels, to how to get paid for creating content. Miranda, somebody that has helped me achieve results inside of our platform, and she's showing you, how to edit videos on CapCut. She's showing you how to get retainer deals on social media. One quick gem: if you want to download the Kale app, you can start submitting content right now for free and get paid through your content and learn how to build a portfolio, right? So she even has a course. Before you tap into the live sessions, remember, you want to go through the course, right? Actually understand the terminology. There's a boot camp here, 6 videos with Miranda. Now, after you tap into the live learning, we also have products and services. This is one of our artificial intelligence scanners. AI, remember, it's going to be taking over jobs. It's going to be taking over a lot of the mundane tasks that we do on a day-to-day basis, from cleaning our homes to driving to becoming, financial AI financial advisors. Like there's so much happening inside of AI, and we're just so blessed to be ahead of the trend with JIFU and how we're able to leverage these scanners. As you can see, this is a AI scanner that gives us entry points. It gives us places to exit. If you would have took this trade right here, this is no income claims, but you would have caught over 3,000 points, right? Depending on your lot size, that could have been $300, $3,000, $30,000, right? $30, right? Depending on how much you have in your account. Remember, we don't trade your money for you. We just show you how to multiply it here using our education. You'll never see us flashing profits. You'll never see us flashing lifestyle. We just promote growth and transformation, right? So the final step that I want to show you here is our travel portal. See, inside of our travel portal, we have ways that we can elevate and take advantage of travel hacking, right? So if I sign in here, you're going to get access and get a little preview of what it's like to be inside of our travel portal. Now, when you book a trip inside of your travel portal, you're getting deals just like you would with Expedia, right? But we're able to even help other people get deals without them joining. Let's say you get started with Alpha X Society and you have your affiliate link. You can send someone that your portal. You can send someone your portal. They save money by booking a trip through your portal, and you get to pocket those savings into into your account, right? So you can either use those savings for future trips, or you can cash those out for real US dollars. It's up to you, right? I've been able to use this, and I remember getting a hotel for 97% off. I paid $15 for one night at a hotel. Now, mind you, this is something that you can use as you're building your brand, as you're impacting lives, as you're trading and traveling. This platform JIFU was meant for us to live an abundant life. Now, the beautiful thing about it too is even if you find a better price somewhere else, you just send them an email and they match that price, right? So as you can see here, this hotel is 75% off. So let's say you want to book a trip next year, and you see a hotel that is public price for $8,000. Well, Jifu is saying that we can give you this hotel for six with a 6,000, almost a $7,000 discount, right? $300 a night. The most beautiful thing about this too is that when you get started here today with whoever sent you this video, you also get a free trip. I don't know about you, but I love traveling. Next time I'm traveling during spring break in March in 2026, and we're going to Dominican Republic. But you can see that these hotels are absolutely incredible here. I love traveling. I love seeing new places. I love experiencing new cultures. And travel hacking, on top of building the digital brand, on top of trading and investing, was a win-win for me. Now, you're probably asking, Eli, how does this work? How exactly do I get started? Well, we have two options, right? Well, three options. You can either lock in, you can get started with our mentorship here in Alpha X Society for 1 year, right? And that's going to cost you roughly a one-time payment of $3,000 every single year, right? Where you have access to courses, you have access to live education, live mentorship, in-person live events, proprietary AI softwares. You have access to, our apps where you can copy, paste, and progress. You get a free trip, right? You get access to health products, or you can start for 1 month. 1 month. See, it's $299 for you to get started here today, and you get access to all of the courses, all the education, from trading in the financial markets to crypto to social media to leadership to all of our in-person events to the courses to the modules to the live education to the travel portal. Right, you're gonna get access to everything. You're even gonna get a free trip when you get started here today for a one-time payment of $299, and every single month for you to keep the products, apps, and services running in your business is $185 per month. Now, let me put it to you like this way. If you were to think about a business idea that you wanted to start, how much would it cost you? See, I looked at starting a restaurant, and it costs about six figures to start. And most people are in the red for, 2 to 3, even 5 years. If you want to start, a clothing line, it's going to take a few thousand dollars to get it up off the ground, to get the social medias working, to paying the advertisement, right? So the point is that we need something in our communities that is low cost and low risk. For you to get started, it costs a night out with your friends. It's actually $7 a day to stay active inside of our community. Now, we spoke about the generational wealth triangle. We spoke about how to step into the creator economy, how to take full advantage of not just building a personal brand, but putting those profits from your personal brand to trade and invest. Well, here inside of Alpha X Society, you have the ability to become a GFU ambassador, aka affiliate marketing. See, word of mouth advertisement is so effective, and way more effective than you seeing an advertisement on a billboard, you seeing an advertisement online. Why? Because we trust the people that we like, care about, trust, and respect. And here inside of JIFU, inside of Alpha X Society, we're taking all of that income, right? The company is saying that, hey, we're not going to pay and put billions of dollars into advertisements. Matter of fact, we're going to pay and put billions of dollars into the pockets of the people, of the leaders that want to share this concept. See, I started going. I started in Alpha X Society by just getting my education for free. I didn't want to pay the 185. Mind you, I had just lost my job working at Home Depot. I was a college student. I didn't really have a whole lot of money to start a business. So the 299 that I used to get started was actually for my rent money, right? I'm not advising you to get started with your rent money, but it was all that I had. And I said, hey, if I can share my growth and be transparent about where I am and show people that I'm just like them, I'm learning here, I'm growing, I'm transforming, why not get this thing for free? Why not get this thing for free? So I went ahead and I hit executive. And the next level after executive is silver. So you can actually make an extra $700 a month by building a team of 14. So I went ahead and I did that. And now I'm in a space where I'm able to go ahead and go platinum and hit an extra 2K a month, right? So the point is that the sky's the limit. If you want to build a community, if you want to lead and build a personal brand and leverage digital products, right? Mind you, this system is already built for you. It's already built for you. All you have to do is share it. And when you share it, you take this revenue that you're generating in your online business and you're putting that into trading. You're putting that into the cryptocurrency markets. You're putting that in paying off your debt, right? That is how you're going to take advantage of JIFU. That is how you're going to step into the creator economy. So I want to leave you with this. I want to, first of all, welcome you to Alpha Society. And I want to leave you with a few questions. If not you, then who? See, when I first started, I realized that nobody was going to come to save me. Nobody was going to give me the money that I needed to retire my parents, to make sure that they didn't have to work again, to give me the money to not have to stress about where the money was going to come from. I had to go out and make that for myself. If not now, then when? When are you going to get started? See, we're setting all these goals for 2026. Chances are, if you're watching this live, we're stepping into 2026. Did you know that most people quit on their goals 30, 60, 90 days into 2026? And they're like, oh, maybe next year. So when are we going to do it? When are we going to actually take action and say, who do I need to become to get the life that I truly deserve? And if not this, then what? If not this, then what? I don't know any other business opportunity where you have a done for you system, where you have digital products, you can step into your health, you can step into education, you can travel the world on a discount, all in one place, right? From the systems to the mentorship to the live education. Show me where I can get access to all of that all under one roof. So without further ado, I want to thank you for tuning into this video here today. Make sure you get back to the person that invited you to watch this and know that, believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can't. Believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can. Figure out what you have to do to make this happen, how you can carve out the time, how you can get creative and find the income, how you can believe in yourself just a little bit more, that you can make your dreams, your goals, your desires come true. Without further ado, my name is Elias Santiago. I'll see you all at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. But we never look down at anyone unless we're willing to help them up. Much love and welcome to Alpha X Society.